Huh? Ah, What's up, guys? This is CWatt, and I am playing with myself. Basically, I'm making a run for Assault on the Control Room for the 15-minute part-time in Halo Anniversary Edition of the Halo Master Chief Collection. So I've been going pretty well with my part-time so far. The first level that I ran into an issue with was the Truth and Reconciliation, and that came down to the fact that there's 3 or 4 areas where you have to kind of clear out all of the enemies there before you can proceed. Like, you have to wait for a door to unlock, and it won't happen until you clear all the enemies. And unfortunately for me, my first 1 or 2 attempts, I was not clearing it fast enough. So I played around with skull combinations until I found one that worked for that level for me, which was basically grunts explode and explosions are twice as big. I was able to clear those rooms much faster, and so it was quite nice. So that was a bad throw. That worked out pretty well for me. And then I ran the Silent Cartographer with the same skulls. Did not even think about it, and those skulls ended up actually hindering me. Still made it, and made a time that I was, I guess, happy. Oh my god. A time that I was happy with. Could have been better, but yeah, it hindered me. There was a couple of times where I forgot about the exploding grunts and nearly blew myself up. I may have even blown myself up. Can't remember. I'm going to be doing something a little bit weird here. If you're a hardcore Halo player, you've probably seen this before. If you're not, I'll explain in a minute. I'd never seen this before, and I considered myself pretty hardcore Halo player until this. I'm going to give basically this 3 attempts. If I can't pull it off, I'm going to skip it and keep going. I don't want to waste too much time on it. Trying to remember how to do this. Yeah, I'm not doing this right. Alright, I'm gonna give it one more try. Ugh, I'm gonna give it one more shot. I'm really bad with that with video games. I'm always like, oh no, yeah, that's it. One more try, that's it. One more try, and I just keep going. Oh, still didn't make it. Okay, I've wasted probably over a minute there, easy. So I'm just gonna skip it. And I'll explain what that is. So, a little bit of background before I do explain that. When I first saw that the part-time for Assault on the Control Room was 15 minutes, I was somewhat flabbergasted. I had no idea how I was supposed to run that, or how anyone was supposed to run that. But then, a lot of that comes from the fact that most of my playthroughs of Halo, back in the day, like of original Halo, were legendary co-op with my brother back when we were both teenagers. And so, I'm used to this level taking it at least now to 2 hours, because, you know, you have to move slowly, you have to be a bit more cautious, because it's legendary. It's been so long, yeah, since I ran it on a lower difficulty. Even when I ran through the Master Chief Collection with one of my mates, Andre, when I was over in the US, we went through everything on legendary, and this level probably took us close to 2 hours, mainly my fault, because I kept trying to do little shortcut things that were just not paying off for a long time. And so then when I actually stopped and I thought about it, I was like, alright, all those times were me playing it on legendary. Would it be faster on easy difficulty? And I kind of stopped and I really thought about, I guess, the size of the level and the layout, and I was like, well, there's no place where you know, like in Truth and Reconciliation, where you get blocked. I think if you sprinted through, it might actually be possible. And I was chatting to a mate of mine about it, and then he was like, oh, why didn't you do the shortcut on the bridge, which is what I was trying to do before. I was like, what are you talking about? I like to think I'm pretty into the Halo games. I played them a lot. You know, it was the first game I had for the Xbox. I think it was the only game, apart from Jet Set Radio Future, that me and my brother had for something like a year with our Xbox. So we put absolutely hundreds of hours into just doing legendary run-throughs of Halo. And I'd never heard of it. I don't know if it's in the original Halo. I didn't actually look that up. It might have only been in the Anniversary Edition. But glitches like, well, not glitches, shortcuts like that are usually, you know, you usually don't add in after the fact. You might add an Easter egg, but you know, that stuff is usually in the original. And so I was like, you know, what the fuck are you talking about? And so he loaded it up and showed me like a 2-minute video on YouTube of someone doing it. And basically, it's 3 hops down the side of that canyon. You saw me do the first one successfully, and then keep screwing up the second one. The third one is you kind of run further around the canyon wall and drop down behind a boulder, bouncing off the boulder so that it mitigates the damage and you don't die. Well, yeah, and so I figured, fuck it, I'll give it a try. It saves like 2 minutes. Tried it. I actually ended up wasting about a minute and a bit trying to do. Oh no, that's not good. I was worried about that happening. Flip, you son of a bitch. Oh, I keep going to use left trigger. I'm so used to Halo 2 and the later games where you can boost on the ghost. Unfortunately, can't on this one. So yeah, I tried to that shortcut, didn't pay off. There's a cool thing from what I saw of the YouTube video where if you get to the bottom where the warthog gets dropped off, oh shit, hang on. If you get to the bottom where the bear with me one moment. You motherfuckers. If you get to the bottom where the warthog is usually there, you know, upside down, if you get to the bottom before that, you get there when the pelican's actually dropping it off, and you can climb into the pelican and it flies you around to where the scorpion tank and this ghost was. And just to explain, if you're wondering why I swapped from the warthog to the ghost, it's because the warthog has fuck all grip on the ice. Unfortunately failed that drop on the bridge. I'll have to try it again at some point, see how I go. I think I'm making decent time. I think I'm something like almost at the halfway point. So hopefully I haven't screwed myself too much. Okay, so Marines, I'm trying not to run you over this time. I've had to kill enough of you as part of my part-time runs. Oh, I don't need this, but I want it. Alright. So yeah, there's at least one... Oh, Christ. There's at least one other shortcut in this level that I've always been aware of. And that is... oh crap, where is it? Oh yeah, right at the end when you enter the last canyon that the control room is in. You are initially crossing across a bridge, and then you cross the other side, and you have to go all the way back down through another elevator, etc, etc, etc. But if you get out onto the bridge fast enough and you kill the elite that is running for the Banshee that's on there, well, one of the Banshees, you can take that Banshee, fly it straight to the control room, cut out a couple of minutes. Didn't need to do that, but I felt like it. Didn't need to do that, felt like it. Same with that. And that. And that. Assault on the Control Room was one of my favorite levels. I used to love playing through this one with my brother, but being siblings and being only a few years apart, we would quite often end up in backstabbing matches. You get about halfway through the level, maybe to about this point, and in one of these hallways, one of us would shoot the other one in the back. Or it might start with an accidental death, and so the other person retaliates, and then you both just keep respawning or reverting to checkpoint and killing each other over and over and over again. So, oh, that didn't go well. Shoot. Okay, I got it right. So that I can get around to this room, I believe. Okay. Oh dear. So I think I'm getting close to the bridge. Alright, it's double bridge. Always wondered if there's ways shortcuts across that. I should look that up. Oh yeah, so if you're a bit curious about the if you're a bit curious about the canyon shortcut way at the beginning that I was attempting and failing miserably, I highly suggest just searching for Assault on the Control Room shortcut in YouTube. I'm sure there are many videos on there showing how to do it successfully. I obviously fucked it up several times, so don't attempt what I did because clearly I was doing something wrong. Yeah, don't ever take my runs or what I'm doing as a guide, because there are far more efficient and fast people out there that will probably explain things quite a bit better. I'm just here to see if I can pull something off. I think this is another straight room. Oh, pretty sure there's a skull somewhere in this room, but not worrying about skulls at the moment. I'm going back after the fact to get those. Ah, no, crap. There's still at least one more room until I get to the next bridge. Okay, come on. Faster. Maybe not making as good a time as I thought. If I don't get that Banshee, I'm going to be in serious trouble. Uh, funny story. Well, I don't know if it's funny, but I found it humorous at the time because it frustrated the fuck out of my friend Andre. When we were doing the legendary run through of Assault on the Control Room in co-op when I was over in the US, I kept attempting to go for that Banshee, and I kept dying, and then because I'd basically sprinted out and he was trying to cover me, he would end up being killed by them, and I think it frustrated him because I spent a good 20 minutes trying to get to that Banshee, and he's going, we're not actually going to save any time if you keep doing that. I did get it. I pulled it off. I got up to the control room. I got him to spawn there. Honestly, at the rate we were going, I'm going to say I saved us some time. He won't agree with me, but I think I did. Just check. Oh, checking to make sure there wasn't a sword about to stab me. Got to clear this room, and I'm on the bridge with the Banshee, and I really hope that I nail it. Oh crap, couple of hunters in this room. Forgot about that. I was hoping there might be a sniper rifle there to help me take out the elites. There was not. So, give me a checkpoint. Damn it, it didn't.
This must be the control room.
Oh, that was close.
Bring me up there. Get us inside.
Normally I'd take out that other Banshee. I'm worried about fucking something up though, so I'm just gonna run it really quick. I hope he buggers off. He did. As long as I don't accidentally kill myself with a grenade or get overwhelmed by these guys, I think I've got this. Oh, hadn't reloaded. Ooh, if he'd stuck me, I would have been fucking mad. Could have made a lot better time, but as long as I get the achievement, that's all I really care about at this stage. I'm not trying to speedrun this. And skip. Yeah, there we go. Success. And all the cars fucking disappeared. Cock juggling. Ah!